Three Down Nation and CHCH sportscaster Justin Dunk, the first to report that quarterback Mike Reilly filed a grievance against the BC Lions back in September for guaranteed money allegedly owed to him by the franchise. According to Dunk's league sources, when the 35-year-old inked a four-year, $2.9 million contract in February of 2019, there was a $250,000 guarantee clause that has yet to be paid to him. So let's bring in the individual who's been grinding up the details and facts of this story. Justin, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Bubba.
Hey, let's start here. If the Kansas City Chiefs failed to pay Patrick Mahomes any part of his guaranteed contract, I would believe that would be a bad look on the team and the National Football League. Is this a bad look for the Lions in the CFL?
It really is when you consider there's signed documentation between Reilly and the team that makes it a guarantee that Reilly should get his money, football or not. That's why the clause was signed and the additional paperwork was there, Bubba.
You know, Justin, when you were investigating this story, Reilly's grievance against the Lions seems to have happened less than a month previous to the sudden resignation of general manager Ed Hervey. Is there any linkage here?
There is, and I'll speak more in terms of the timeline than anything else, because you look at it, the season was canceled in August. Reilly filed the grievance in September, and Hervey's let go in October. And of course, in there you have David Reilly, the late owner, passing away. And to me, it really seems like this was one issue on a list of many that the Lions and Reilly didn't like in terms of how Hervey was running the franchise.
You know, with much kind of respect to, obviously, the deceased owner, David Reilly, he's always run his football teams, whether it be the Lions, the Argonauts, or the Hamilton Tiger Cats, with a very strict financial hand. You know, are $250,000 guarantees something that CFL owners usually sign off on? And at the end of the day, will he get his money?
Well, I'll get to number two in a second, but as for number one, I can tell you, no, this is an absolute rarity and the first that I've heard in terms of this setup where a player signs a contract and then has additional paperwork, which is not against any rules. The interesting part about it actually is in the collective bargaining agreement, there is no wording that prohibits guaranteed money. However, the league office, I should say, has unilaterally decided not to file contracts with guaranteed money because they don't want players going down that road quite yet. As for if he will get his money, if I look at his agent and who that is, Dan Vertlieb, people in Hamilton well know he went through that process with Chris Williams and got him out of his contract and into an NFL one. So when Dan Vertlieb files a grievance, it's usually with very good reason.
Justin, it seems to be one of those stories, I'm sure, like Mike Reilly, the BC Lions, and the fans aren't happy about, and certainly one that had to be reported. Great job breaking the story. Hey, when you're not on CHCH, where can CFL fans follow you?
At JDunk12 on Twitter for all the latest, my man. Appreciate you.
All right there. Thanks for joining us, sir, Justin.